Hey everybody, it's been a little while since I've talked about the topic on AMC, and it's something that I want to touch base on just a little bit. All right, first things first, what's going on with AMC? Well, we did have a rip last week or 2 weeks ago, and then since then we've watched the market absolutely deteriorate. All right, cool. You may ask me, what's going on, Arthur? Well, if you were diligent and you did a little bit of research and you watch a couple of the other influencers out there, they would have explained to you that nobody in the market right now is actually making money. The reason is retail's not buying anything. In order for the rest of the market to make money, they need retail to spend their money foolishly so they can rake it in. Now, I told you a couple weeks ago that options plays were trash. Absolute garbage. Well, some of you were like, oh, that didn't age well, and shot right up right after you said that. However, have you seen what happened recently? How many of you actually bought out-of-the-money calls in order to try to get rich for a very, very small premium? Well, you found out recently that you ended up paying that premium right back over to the big hedge funds who have manipulated that number back down to 17, and now you're $20 call, which you were sure that would be in the money by the time it expired, went out of the money. All right, now that option is worthless, and so is your opinion. So lastly, what's going on with AMC? AMC is currently going through the sweep process. They need to change it up a little bit, make it look a little bit different if they're going to continue to take your money. They knew that if they kept taking your money week after week with the options calls and never had to honor any of them, you'd eventually stop playing them. And that's how they keep this play alive. All right? They take the little bit of earnings that they have, they meet their margin requirements, and they keep the play alive because we are all so dumb enough to keep feeding into it. Now, like I was saying just a couple seconds ago, there is nobody actually making money in this market. You know that, and I know that. The reason is retail's not giving them their money. However, if the hedge funds aren't going to make money, they're certainly not going to let retail make money. So literally what they're doing is they're holding capture the entire stock market and trying to use that as leverage with the government to bail them out. They're saying, hey, listen, nobody's making money in the stock market. We're certainly not. Retail is not. And we're not going to let them because you already let us run these algos. You knew about it. You found out about it. And now we're running them again. And we're going to do that even though you told us not to without any type of consequence. Even though you told us not to until you pay us the money we need to pay them. Because we're not going to go broke. Because literally what the hedge funds did was they took their money, they took every single retirement fund that they were involved with, and they literally said, hey, listen, all these people can be living out on the streets unless that you help them, government. Well, literally, we're at the other end of that, like, hey, fuck you, pay us. We follow the rules. They're saying, oh, well, you should either A, bend the rules, or B, help us out, which neither one of those are actually an option, except for the latter of the two, because helping them out is literally what's probably going to end up happening. They're probably in collusion with the DTCC and the SEC and a bunch of others trying to figure out what dollar amount they're going to need to be able to satisfy these accounts so they can move away and not get caught. Like the jerk that's got his hand inside the cookie jar. So I just wanted to bring you that little bit of fun information. This is my sentiment. This is just my opinion. This is not facts. However, I strongly believe it is. Because if history repeats itself, you remember it took a long time for the mortgage crisis to hit. And then when it did, everybody was bailed out. This is going to be similar. I hate to be the one that says, hey, listen, they're all going to go to jail, because that would be a lie. Now, the truth is they're all going to probably be bailed out. We're all going to be probably going head-to-head with them one more time. And if you thought this was the end to, all those bad hedge funds that we talk about, that we see in, other videos and stuff, they're not going anywhere. And they're going to be here to fight us and try to screw us again in the future. So let that be food for thought. Store that away. Put it in your back pocket. Use it when you need it. I'll catch you later, folks. Peace.